Welcome to the TokyoBill Weekly Update, an end-of-week news brief on events in and around Japan. Today is January 25th, 2025. Two Vietnamese women, Nguyen Thi Du and Long Thi Huê, have been arrested in Osaka for allegedly impersonating each other during a Japanese language test. Police have not revealed if they admitted to the charges. They are suspected of creating and using electromagnetic records and are suspected to be part of an organized criminal group. Nguyen is accused of taking the test for basic Japanese last month while pretending to be Luong. Nguyen had a prior arrest for using someone else's identity for the exam and allegedly charged others to take the test on their behalf on multiple occasions. Investigators believe the fraud is aimed at helping people with poor Japanese skills gain work qualifications in Japan. Moving from Osaka to Saitama Prefecture, 3 people, also Vietnamese nationals, were arrested on January 16th for allegedly defrauding a Tokyo woman in her 70s of over 30 million yen. The scheme involved using social media to gain the victim's trust before asking for money. Targeting the woman between November and December 2023, they posed as an astronaut, suggested business collaborations, and requested funds to store luggage. The woman was persuaded to transfer about 8.6 million yen to them. Police found over 100 bank books and cash cards at one suspect's home, possibly connected to other frauds. Investigators are looking into whether the fraudsters were acting alone or via coercion through shady job postings on the internet. Toshiyuki Araki, better known as Hirohiko Araki, known for his long-running manga series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure since 1987, is now collaborating with Ebisu Beer to create special illustrated cans. Unlike simple label changes, Araki's designs are inspired by historic Bijinga art. He has produced 2 illustrations for the cans, one featuring a woman in a red kimono for 350 milliliter cans, and another with a woman in a white kimono for 500 milliliter cans. In addition to these cans, Araki's art will also be used for promotional ceramic plates and coasters. Customers can win these items by finding a winner postcard inside 6 packs of the cans. The special cans will be available for a limited time starting February 12th. Rising tourism in Japan has led to more people using private vacation rentals like Airbnb, causing tension with local residents. In Tokyo, some residents are actively opposing these rentals, putting up signs in multiple languages expressing their discontent. Complaints include loud noises at night and travelers smoking without consideration for others. A new law in 2018 requires rental owners to register with local authorities, as residents feel deceived that a building intended originally for regular apartments is often used for rental purposes. While staying in local neighborhoods can be more authentic for tourists, it can also lead to friction with locals. So, for any travelers out there, it's best to keep the noise down and try to be good neighbors. The Hiroshima prefectural government has invited U.S. President-elect Donald Trump to visit the city for the 80th anniversary of the first atomic bomb attack. Governor Hidehiko Mizaki expressed in a letter that Trump has the power to lead efforts to eliminate nuclear weapons and save humanity from the threat of nuclear disaster. The letter emphasizes that a visit to Hiroshima would convey a strong message for a nuclear-free world and hopes Trump will meet with atomic bomb survivors. Nagasaki's mayor also expressed a desire for Trump to visit both cities to witness the impact of the bombings firsthand. A new study has found that urination among chimpanzees can be contagious, making it the first investigation into this behavior in animals. Researchers from Kyoto University observed captive chimpanzees for over 600 hours and noted that when one chimp urinated, nearby individuals were more likely to urinate as well. This behavior was not influenced by social closeness, but appeared to be affected by rank, with low-ranking chimps more likely to respond to the urination of others. The researchers are interested in exploring how factors like sex and age influence this behavior in future studies and may compare with other species, like bonobos. Japan and British defense ministers met to discuss a joint fighter jet program with Italy and opened its headquarters in Reading, England. They aim to develop fighter jets by 2035, addressing security needs as Japan retires older aircraft. Key discussions will cover work distribution, costs, profits, and technology sharing, which may be difficult. The program faces challenges in Japan due to local objections to general military activity, and the defense industry is under scrutiny as politicians debate military presence. Japan has committed funds to the Global Combat Air Program, despite potential pushback. The program's future is uncertain with US President Trump taking office, but experts stress Japan needs to show progress while managing domestic politics and international defense concerns. The United Kingdom's Carrier Strike Group, led by HMS Prince of Wales, will deploy to Japan in 2025 to strengthen defense ties in the Indo-Pacific. The mission includes joint exercises with Japan's self-defense forces and aims to promote peace and security in the region. Defense Secretary John Healey stressed the importance of the deployment in supporting global security. The mission also aligns with the Global Combat Air Program, the collaboration between the UK, Japan, and Italy for next-generation combat aircraft. Later this year, the Carrier Strike Group will visit Japan as part of this initiative. NHK reports that Japan's Financial Services Agency, FSA, is set to issue business improvement orders to 2 car dealerships, Toyota Mobility Tokyo, a Toyota subsidiary, and Goodspeed, a used car dealer. The FSA has been inspecting car dealerships that also sell insurance. Allegations against these companies suggest they lowered vehicle prices if customers bought specific insurance policies, pressuring customers to sign contracts they may not have wanted. This investigation arose after a fraudulent insurance claim scandal involving Big Motor, a used car chain. The FSA will require these companies to improve their corporate governance and prevent such practices in the future. It also plans to draft a bill to revise insurance laws for the upcoming Diet session. Former Seattle Mariners outfielder Ichiro Suzuki has become the first Asian player elected to the United States National Baseball Hall of Fame. He received 99.7% of the votes, missing only 1 vote that would have made him a unanimous selection. Ichiro expressed that missing 1 vote is a good thing, highlighting the importance of imperfection. He retired in 2019 with 3,089 MLB hits and was notable for his achievements, including winning the MVP and Rookie of the Year awards in his debut season. He looks forward to reuniting with fellow Hall of Famers at the induction ceremony in Cooperstown, New York, in July. Okunoshima, also known as Rabbit Island, is home to about 500 wild rabbits and is a popular day trip destination. Used to human visitors who often feed them, the rabbits are quite friendly. However, between late November and January, 77 rabbits were found dead with unusual injuries prompting investigations by officials. On January 21st, a 25-year-old man named Riku Ota was seen kicking a rabbit, which later died. He was arrested for violating Japan's animal protection law. Living over 4 hours away, Ota's involvement is being questioned in relation to the previous mysterious rabbit deaths, which occurred in clusters over the past months. Japan is protesting Russia's decision to end agreements on education centers that offer Japanese language classes, as stated by Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi. He emphasized that this move disrupts efforts to build mutual understanding between the 2 countries, despite tense relations following Russia's invasion of Ukraine nearly 3 years ago. Hayashi called the unilateral termination of agreements unacceptable and mentioned that Japan would seek further details from Russia. Russia's order, issued on January 15th, cancels earlier memorandums related to these centers, which Japan set up between 1994 and 2001. Following the Ukraine invasion in February 2022, Japan has joined other G7 countries in imposing economic sanctions on Russia. Japan's spring wage negotiations have resulted in significant raises, averaging 3.6% in 2023 and over 5% in 2024. Companies are addressing rising costs and a labor shortage, but future wage increases are uncertain. Over 90% of major firms claim they plan to raise wages, according to an NHK survey, though many will increase by less than 5%. Small and medium-sized companies worry about their ability to maintain wage hikes. One company reports raising wages by 3% in 2023 and 4.5% in 2024, but employees feel these raises are insufficient. Labor union leaders seek raises of at least 5%, with 6% for smaller firms, while labor economics experts recognize the difficulty of smaller companies to keep up with across-the-board wage hike recommendations. 3 films by Japanese directors have been nominated for this year's Oscars. Shiori Ito's documentary, Black Box Diaries, examines Japan's judicial system through her own sexual assault cases, and it is nominated for Best Documentary Feature. Instruments of a Beating Heart, directed by Ima Yamazaki, is nominated for Best Documentary Short and follows students and teachers at a Japanese elementary school. Lastly, Magic Candies by Daisuke Nishio is nominated for Best Animated Short, featuring a story about a boy struggling to express his feelings, based on a picture book by South Korean author Hee-na Bak. The award ceremony will be held in Los Angeles on March 2nd. A Chinese court has sentenced a man to death for fatally stabbing a 10-year-old boy in Shenzhen province last September. The half-Chinese, half-Japanese boy was attacked while walking to his school and died the following day. The assailant, a 44-year-old man named Zhong, was arrested on November 30th for murder. The attack occurred on the anniversary of the Mukden incident of 1931, which triggered Japan's invasion of Chinese territory. Chinese authorities called the case an accidental and isolated incident, but did not provide a motive. This was the second attack involving Japanese schools in China in 2024. An earlier attack resulted in the death of a school bus driver. That brings us to the end of news items for the week ending January 25th. These stories and more you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.